Hi, I'm Dylan McCabe, co-founder and CEO of Roofing Mastery. And if you're on this page, you have some interest in our roofing CEO groups. But before you go any further, I want to share the big challenge that our members face that we hear over and over and over again. The biggest challenge is that the owner or CEO of the roofing company is so mired down in the daily operations that they don't have the time to step away and take a 30,000-foot view of their business and have an action plan month by month to execute the things they want to execute to realize their vision for the company. They're just too weighed down with everything that's going on. So they're working more in their business than on their business. That's challenge number one. Challenge number two is there's lots of owners and CEOs of general contracting and construction roofing companies that want to scale their company from 5 million to 10 million, or from 10 to 20, or from 20 to 50, but they don't know how to get there. So there's a knowledge gap. And number two, they don't have the relationships in place. They don't know how to lean on other industry leaders who can help them get there, because we all know we've seen other people who are very successful and we wish we could just say, hey, could you tell me how you did that? It's a hard thing to find in this industry. That's why we launched Roofing CEO Peer Advisory Groups, okay? So let's talk about what we provide to address challenge number one, being so mired down in daily operations that you just can't get there. Number one thing we do is we rely on a proven system called the EOS system. Let me show you more about it right now. All right, Entrepreneur Operating System. Here's what you're not gonna get. You're not gonna get a consulting program where we tell you what to do. You're also not going to get a sales program where we teach you how to get your sales team to the next level. What you are going to get are the tools you need to put a strategy in place, a very detailed strategy to address the 6 key components of your business, and you're going to get the tools and the accountability to help you get there. This entrepreneur operating system that's used by over 80,000 business owners worldwide has become the gold standard for a strategy and a process to put in place. Here are some of the tools that you will get to put in place in your business. One is an organizational checkup. Every first roofing CEO meeting that we have for a group, any new group that starts, the first meeting we have covers an organizational checkup, and we ask some really powerful questions like, do you have a 10-year target in place? Is it clear and has it been communicated by everyone? Do you have the right people in your organization in the right seats? Do you have 90-day goals called rocks? You could call them whatever you want, but do you have 90-day goals in place for everybody, and are they following them, and are you keeping score? We ask these questions and we go through this checkup. At the end of it, you have to give yourself a score. And I can tell you right now, it doesn't matter what your top line revenue is or how many years you've been in the industry. There are weaknesses to every organization, and this checkup exposes them. You give a score, and I can tell you right now, there's some very successful business owners out there that you would think, that guy's at 100%, they're going to knock it out of the park, 10 out of 10. And as they grade themselves, our members who are very successful oftentimes score in the middle of the spectrum. There's always opportunities to grow. We also cover the entire EOS system, which covers vision, data, meaning scorecard, having a scorecard in place with measurables, process, a process that's documented and followed, traction, meaning rocks, and then what they call level 10 meetings. Issues, are you identifying, discussing, and solving the issues in your organization? People, which we all know we need the right people and we need them in the right seats. And then vision, where you develop your 1-year, 5-year, and 10-year plan and a very clear roadmap to get there. We also cover the issues outlined in the book by Gino Wickman. We cover a vision tracker organizer, and I'm going to fly through these like company scorecard, quarterly rocks, people analyzer, meeting pulse, leadership issues, level 10 meetings, Kolbe profiling, issue solving track, and I could go on and on and on as we work together to build out the entire plan. So you get an incredible content program that's given to you that you put in place, where you have a peer advisory group of other CEOs, owners, and key executives to help you get there. That leads to the second major thing you get, and that is incredible relationships with your peer advisory group. Let me tell you a little bit about that. All right, what you see here is a recording of one of our Zoom calls. We meet monthly via Zoom. We have, unlike other CEO peer advisory groups, which there are many, Vistage is probably the biggest with over 25,000 members, but most other CEO groups have industry leaders from other companies so that there's no direct competition. But what does the CEO or owner of a software company know about your general contracting company, or issues with overhead and profit, issues with insurance companies, issues with the staff and the workforce that you have to pull from? They don't know anything about it. So you're going to spend most of your time identifying terms and trying to build some context together. We decided to create an entirely new thing that's unique to the roofing industry, which is CEO peer groups of general contracting and roofing company owners and CEOs only, and key executives only, but from different markets and different states, so that there's no direct competition. And what you get is amazing relationships. We've got the managing director of Modern Concepts. We've got the CEO of Barong Construction. They build out most of the Chick-fil-A's across the Southeast. We've got also younger CEOs and owners, but guys and gals that are doing amazing things. And the cool thing is that no matter how much industry experience you have, no matter what your top line revenue is, we all can learn from one another. You know, I used to take jiu-jitsu lessons at one of the top jiu-jitsu schools in the nation, and they had a motto that they had over the door when you walked in, and it said, "Leave your ego at the door." And that was because even if you were a black belt in jiu-jitsu, which typically takes 10 to 12 years to achieve, somebody that had only been doing it for a couple of years could somehow get the upper hand or have a new way of doing something that would really cause you trouble. And so in our peer advisory groups, everybody is told to check your ego at the door. We're here to learn from one another, and we're here to share with one another what we've learned in our journey. So you get to leverage the power of relationships, and it will truly enable you to 5 or 10x your company growth over the next 5 to 10 years in a way that just would not be possible without the right relationships in place, without a group of peers that you can rely on and who can also ask you the good questions, the tough questions, and give you key insights on how to take your business to the next level. All right, guys, I hope I've painted enough of a clear picture that you know somewhat what you get in a roofing CEO group. You get incredible content that's proven, used by over 80,000 business owners worldwide, and you also get key relationships. You get a group of peers that you meet with once a month via Zoom, and the whole goal is to implement this content. Unlike a lot of sales and coaching programs out there that are short, they fall flat because there's no implementation. And what you get here is you get incredible content, but you also get a key of peer group advisors, other CEOs, owners, and key executives in roofing and general contracting companies that are holding you accountable and helping you to get there, to truly realize the vision that you have for your company and achieve your goals, to put traction in place so that you can work more on your business and not just in your business. Because again, I don't care what your top line revenue is, if you can't go on vacation for a couple of weeks and relax, that tells me you don't have the right people and the right processes in place. Well, this Roofing CEO Peer Group will enable you to get there. If you have any more questions, or if this is something you're interested in, just click on the button below to schedule a short discovery call, and we can find out if the Roofing CEO groups are a right fit for you and if you are a right fit for the group. We look forward to talking to you further. This is Dylan McCabe with Roofing Mastery, and I'll see you soon.